It's a lot going on right now. A lot. I mean, is the unrest and chaos in the world overwhelming you? Do you want to be a part of the solution to help fix these issues and situations? Do you want to help in create a more just and equitable world? Then this video is for you. Don't get me wrong. There are no shortage of causes that you can support financially. You can make your voice heard, pounding the pavement, and all of these protests that are going on nationwide, worldwide. More power to you. You can sign petitions. You can join organizations that are in the trenches every single day, making legislation and public policy to create a more just and equitable world that I know deep down we all want. But I've been thinking about the idea of that so many of the issues and problems and concerns that we're currently facing in our external world, in the world around us, have so much to do with what's going on inside of each of us on an individual daily basis. If you break all of these economic, health, racial disparity, systemic corruption, all of those things boil down to an issue of the heart and the mind. And the question is it possible to change the heart and the mind? I think it is. But I think that in order to make change, you gotta know what's going on in your heart and your mind to begin with. So I just want to throw out some questions. So maybe get out your iPhone, jot down on some notes, either in an app or on a piece of paper, of things that you can start to look at now to think about what's going on in your heart and your mind in these current days and times that we find ourselves. So if you down, let me hear you say yeah. Okay, I can hear you from the other side of the screen. So 7 questions I want to ask, just 7 questions. So listen up. Number 1, identity. Who are you? What are the things that make you you? And how do the things that make you you affect how you show up in the world around you? 2, your emotions. How do you feel about you? And how might your feelings about yourself affect how you feel about other people? 3, your thoughts. What do you think about yourself? Your thoughts are things, and your thoughts are powerful. So what do you think about yourself? What do you think about others? And what are you thinking about the world around you? 4, behavior and action. How do you treat yourself? How do you treat others? 5, power. What do you struggle with inside? And do the things that you struggle with in your insides show up on the world around you as well? Are those the causes that you fight for, that you champion for, that you go after? Are those some of the people you may have the most issues with, is because you see so much of yourself in the other person? Just questions. Number 6, inventory. How do you measure your own internal progress? How do you measure if you're growing or changing or progressing in any way? And how do you measure the progress that's outside of yourself? And number 7, change, which is what we all want, right? What do you want to change about yourself on the inside? What's your why factor, as I call it? Because you are the why factor. Everyone's heard of the X factor. What about the why factor? You are the only constant variable in your life that determines what your life outcome is going to be. And if you change you change your life outcome and circumstances, you change the world around you. And once you figure out those things or discover those things, how can your internal challenges help fix the external challenges that are going on all around us? You're part of the solution. You're part of the change that we want to see in the world. We know we all collectively need each other, but collective energy only works if your energy inside is together and in control and on point. So my name is Jessica Williams, aka CEO J Will on Instagram, and I am a fellow human just like you. I do not have all the answers by any stretch of the imagination. But the questions that I asked you are questions that I had to ask myself. And once I started asking myself these questions, I started progressing internally. My life started changing externally. And I hope that the world around me is getting better as a result. If you change your internal life, your external life changes, and so does the world around you. So I'm offering you the opportunity to get a special glimpse into my journey, into my own self-awareness, by offering you the opportunity to watch my first short film, My Critic, completely for free. So My Critic is my own personal story, like I said, of transformation in my own life. I realized that in order to fix myself and work on myself, I had to think about the things that I was saying to myself about myself and how I was treating myself as a result of that, and how I showed up in the world, how it affected how I treated others. And so as I began to go down that journey, with the help of my spiritual life, me just asking my own questions about myself, my friends, my family, my therapist, my life began to take a drastic change. And so My Critic is the story of how I got there. It is artistic, it is kind of out there, but it's a fun journey and a fun ride. And I hope that whoever takes the time to watch it will be able to see themselves, identify themselves in my journey, and hopefully take steps towards a better you, and thusly a better world as a result. So if you want the opportunity to check out this completely free short film, I will send you a private invitation screening if you give me a thumbs up emoji in the comments. So right below, give me a thumbs up emoji, and I will be more than happy to share this deeply personal and deeply important story with you about how I changed my internal world to affect my external world, and therefore I'm hoping to change the world around me. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is My Critic, and I'm looking forward to your thumbs up emojis in the comments. Peace.
Okay. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just suffocating. Vicious. But there was a time you were my sweet, attentive, caring best friend. Now, all you do is stalk, entrap, taunt, tease, and torment me. But what to do when the hardest person to break up with is you?